All right, guys, this is episode number 3 of Watch This. I am Rob. Let's bring in our co-host, Blake. Blake, come on in. There
Yo,
you go. How's it going today, Blake?
it's good. How about you?
All right, is our audio good?
I hope so.
Did we do the
We
thing?
are we are set to auto levels.
Very nice. So we're coming up on what should be an important date in the watch industry. And this date will come and go. Most people will never even know that happened. But on July 24th, there's a 10% tariff on Swiss watches that's supposed to go away. That's like a week, right? A week or two
Yeah,
at most.
it's right around the corner.
All right, but before we get into that, let's do what we always do a wrist check. What do you have on your wrist today?
I have an Omega Seamaster.
That's a nice one.
I don't think you've seen this one before.
No, that's a nice one.
She's
I like
a beaut. I don't wear her as much as I used to, but when she comes out, she's birdie.
What year is that one?
This one's brand new. This one's still in the current collection.
Nice.
I mean,
I
it's
like
hard
it.
to see because of the reflections, but we
I
talked
love
about
it.
this. This is weird because it's got the high polish on the outside
Oh
and the
yeah.
brush on the inside. Oh, you can't see.
It would just be better if we're all brushed, right?
I think so,
But I
but
love the dial and the bezel combo on that.
you can see that too. Oh,
Oh, nice. Nice.
yeah. I'm gonna ask you something about that later, and we'll see what happens there.
All right. So on my wrist, we're going to slide way down the economic food chain here. We're going to look at this RZE two-tone Cerakote UTD 8000, which is their titanium, shockproof, water resistant to 200 meters adventure watch. This thing is really cool. I'm going to take it off. This band, by the way, it was like $4 on Amazon.
Amazon.
Pretty
Yeah,
junky.
I've seen those before.
But look at that. Look at
yeah.
the drill for this is $375. We have drilled lugs, titanium case, shockproof, water resistance to 200 meters. Come on. Under $400?
I don't
That's
think quartz,
legit.
I don't think quartz watches need to worry about being shockproof very much.
Yeah, you still got to protect that that motherboard type thing, you know. You got to protect those electronics because when they jump around, they go crazy.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, you don't think so? You don't think you could bang this thing and lose that
I
display?
mean, you could definitely bang it up.
Yeah,
but,
heck yeah.
I mean, it doesn't need to be protected from shocks like a little mechanical watch, but
No, it's still the banging around shocks that you got to protect it from.
yeah, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, G-Shock made a whole empire around that whole concept.
I think the G-Shock leaned more on the durability aspect of because you know like a lot of the G-Shocks have these big freaking plastic.
So durability
covers.
in what way?
Well, they cover the little plastic acrylic shit that they got there, right? So their bezels are always like freaking chunky, and they like do this, so you have to look down a freaking porthole to see.
No, G-Shocks protect the watch, the including the display. They're shockproof. They have a bunch of promotional shockproof kind of claims and stuff like that.
That's where the shock comes from in G-Shock, but I don't think it. It might be just marketing. It might be.
Anyways, you do need to protect your digital displays. Maybe not as much as like a high end, you know, with little screws and manufacturing perfection. Right. But anyways, RZE, or the Canadians like to say, I forgot already what they say. So it says RZE UTD 8000. I like it a lot. I actually have a few of these, believe it or not. I think I love them more than I wear them, if that makes sense.
I think they call them RZETI. Isn't that what you said before?
RZETI, that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from, but
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a cool little watch.
It's a cool watch, but
cool little digi.
You know, normally I just wear these when I'm going to go beat some stuff up.
Everybody needs a good digi like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Essential.
I think so. All right, Blake. Let's Let's get down to the
Talk
brass
tariffs.
tacks of the watch industry.
Oh yeah.
July 24th, tariffs drop. What do you think? We're all going to see a nice big savings?
I don't know. I'm still waiting for my tariff refund check. Where's that at? Was that supposed to
Hey,
happen?
well, that's outside of the industry, right? We're
I
talking about
guess.
now. Watch companies should not be passing on the 10% tariff charge like they said they were doing.
They're gonna do it anyways.
They are going to do it anyways because
I think every industry that is raised, and we talked about this earlier, but we talked about like Apple, right? You know, with all the taxes that they like, the AI bubble, all that stuff, where they raised prices and they were eating the prices for a while, like you said. I think I don't think prices are coming down, right? Once you sell it at that price, there's no going backwards, in my opinion.
right. So that should let you know that all that built-in tariff thing, there's a little truth to it, but it really was it's a money grab opportunity.
It is.
Brands are not going to say, "Oh, tariffs are gone. Okay, cool."
No, they're not. The prices aren't going to go down. They're going to stay the same, and they're still probably going to increase even after that, because they're going to say, "Oh, supply chain. Oh, it's the supply chain. We're having a hard time getting parts." And I mean, it's just going to be some freaking lame excuse to keep
some lame
gouging,
excuse.
I think
It's wild. It's wild. I think that generally speaking, when you're as into a industry as we are, like just as like nerds, fans, this kind of thing like hurts. It hurts. It's like it's almost like they're doing something to us. So like cars, built-in tariff, the price never goes away. You think, those scumbags, they rip you off every time. But this is a community. We back these brands. We like talk about these brands. We are actually unpaid ambassadors to these brands that are then turning around and still screwing us when something like this goes on.
I don't think I don't think there's any corporations, because watch brands are most of them are conglomerates.
Yeah,
right? They're in their little groups, right? I don't think any of them care about us, right? And one of my friends, Scott, he came on my podcast, and he's got a watch brand, and he literally like pulled back the curtain on what he thought a Submariner would cost, right? And yeah, I mean the margins I think it's beyond what brands are doing. It's not just protecting their margins, they're freaking trying to rob the bank.
It's crazy, huh? I mean, on one hand, okay, business is business, but on the other hand, when you plug in at the level of community and culture that we plug in as watch fans, I don't know, it just doesn't seem right, dude. It just doesn't seem right.
I talked about this on our other episode, but I think a lot of watch brands are doomed, right? Because, I mean, like imagine, like car enthusiasts, right? Or technology, like computer guys, right? Like we're in the same boat as those guys in the sense that we're sophisticated enthusiasts, right? It's like if your hobby is knitting, like you may know a bunch about fabrics and all this stuff, but you can only know relatively like a small bit, probably, right? You're not going to be like, oh, this fabric brand is better than that fabric brand. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if that happens in the knitting community.
It probably does, right? Probably does.
It might, but my whole point of bringing this up is watch enthusiasts are smart. They're sophisticated. They know their shit. Like you can't sneak past these guys. And
so do you think the average person, and I'm putting myself in this category right now when I'm asking you this question, do you think the average person should go into the hobby knowing that there may be people at your favorite watch brand that is invested in a relationship, but the watch brand in and of itself is just like every other corporation. They don't give a crap. It's all about the bottom line, products and services.
Ooh, that's a hot take. Um, I don't think new enthusiasts should know that from the start, right?
Too jaded?
I don't know. I don't know. Hold on. Let me. I guess let me. I could be wrong, and this is just my opinion, but the concern that I have with like letting the cat out of the bag too soon is that they may not get into the hobby, right? Like they're gonna immediately jump into this very rewarding hobby and be like, well, I didn't even care to even start collecting watches if all these companies are assholes, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because I feel like they should discover that on their own, right? Because they may not get in as deep as us.
Have their own experience.
Yeah. Or let's just say they jump in and they just start. They never look at the
right.
They never buy a crazy expensive watch. They stay in the micro indies, whatever, or the vintage, right? Like I feel like letting that out early may just destroy their perception on what watch collecting can be, and that scares me. So that's part of the reason why, like, I feel like they should.
That's a good take.
Because again, I think us now being in this rabbit hole for a long time, like, we've seen it, right? And they may never see it, or they may never care, they may never care. Like, they may just be like, hey, cool, I've got 3 watches, right? I got my luxury, my daily, I got my dress watch, or whatever they're but yeah, I feel like I hope they don't find out. I mean, they will, but I hope they don't find out sooner than later,
That's funny. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking water from a cup from the Great Greek.
The Great Greek. Where's the Great Greek?
That's a plug right there. That's my
sponsor. There's a non-paid sponsor right there.
Yeah, no, our first non-paid sponsor. No, it's a Greek spot up the street, and they have really nice food.
Greek food is good, man.
Yeah, it's healthy too.
I'm a big fan of Greek food.
Me too. Yeah, I finished off my tea and I just topped it off with water. There's some ice left over. That ice once you get to the bottom and it's so nice. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we got a couple of watch events coming up.
Right.
Tomorrow's one that's called the Intersect Los Angeles, even though it's in Long Beach. I don't know why they don't say Long Beach, but
it's way cooler than Long Beach.
Like you would think that, but it's nowhere near LA.
Sounds better on paper.
It's nowhere near LA.
Long Beach is in Orange County, right?
It's the furthest south of LA counties you can get before it goes into Orange County.
LA is a weird city to navigate too.
Yeah, and Long Beach, where they're holding the event, it's a cool event. It's a block up from the beach or from the water, not the beach. But a couple of years ago, I went to it and I met what's his name from Marin Instruments, and that's the first time I've seen the brand. I was geeking out. I was like, oh, very cool. You want to go shoot a video? And we went over to him. I have my boat. I used to have this 44-foot vintage yacht, and I used to keep it in Long Beach. And it was cool, man. It was like a couple blocks. We just met on my boat, and we chilled, and it was a good time. So they would do probably, I don't know, I would think it'd be better branding to capture that whole SoCal on the water life than it would be the LA thing, because 2 weeks later there's an hours and minutes or minutes and hours. What's it called? Minutes and hours?
Yeah, minutes and hours.
Minutes and hours show that is LA, and it's a way different thing.
Well, the minutes and hours ones, is it Manhattan Beach? Is that where that's at?
Well, remember a couple years ago we went. That was actually in LA somewhere.
I thought it was in Manhattan Beach or something.
No, maybe last. Did I go to last year? I don't know if I went last year.
Well, the last year was the one that we went to.
No, that was a Manhattan Beach. I don't
I
think
don't.
so.
I don't
I don't know.
remember. It was
I
at
don't
some
know.
hotel.
Yeah.
That one I'm excited for. I'm still thinking about coming down for Intersect.
The Intersect show's cool. Um,
It is.
it was very cool as a small show, but
Yeah.
I think there's now a lot of people there, and it's a little bit tougher to navigate. But it's very good for the watch brands that are in it. I would think because they're having a lot. They have a great opportunity to get face to face with their consumer, with their customer, which is, I mean, I think that'd be great for every brand, you know.
Yeah.
So for
Yeah.
people like me, who I want to go and I want to get behind the scenes kind of thing. I want to talk to these owners. I want to check out all the watches and stuff. But look, when I'm at a couple years, I think 2 years ago, when the same one I met, what's his name?
Justin.
Yeah, Justin. I went to I wanted to see this Christopher Ward that was being released. Good luck. Good luck.
I feel like at every event, Christopher Ward. It's an inside joke that we call him Christian Ward. It's like a little. It's an inside joke on the streaming community. I feel like every show, Christopher Ward is just like freaking like chaos.
Yep. On purpose.
It's like hordes of people, like just trying to freaking get in there and grab a watch just to get their hands on. It's like queues and freaking, it's like getting onto an airplane and people don't understand like how to get, you know what I mean? It's like a big freaking ball of people and they're just trying to shove into one little spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On one hand, that is brilliant branding by Christopher Ward. To make their shows chaotic like that, let's back up from like the guys like you that are in this deeper in the industry, and look at the enthusiast, the new enthusiast, who's probably the type of customer that's attracted really to Christopher Ward so much. Well,
something I saw, and Christopher Ward, if you're listening, something that I saw that Oris did, and I don't know how long they've been doing this. I think they've been doing this for a while. But Oris has like a full, it's like a 360 or like a full square, right? So you can see watches at all sides of the table.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Smart. That is very smart. And like Christopher Ward just always has a big freaking line, like a big normal size table. Like they need to freaking give people more angles to hit that booth,
They did do an L shape at the last minutes and hours, so.
Okay.
So that's, they're halfway there. So for me to be, if I'm outside looking in, Christopher Ward has one of the most impressive marketing execution strategies or strategy executions in the industry in the last 5 years.
I'd agree with that.
I think it's a great brand that really, really gives their customer an experience. And, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the brand. Not all their watches are for me, but I like some of them, for sure.
I think, if I remember correctly, going back to our original topic, Christopher Ward made an announcement about their price increases with tariffs.
Yep.
Right? I think I remember that. I think if any brand were to bring their prices back down, it would be Christopher Ward.
Yeah, you're probably right. They did this thing where they prolonged an increase too.
Yeah.
So which is
they
cool.
They held out.
They did a press release on it and said, "Hey, look, guys, we're not going to get hit yet until here. So this is when it's going to happen," kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where everyone else is like, "Oh, I can make more money. Yeah, let's go."
Yeah. I can buy myself a yacht.
Yeah, exactly.
Woo.
Anyways, I'm looking forward to the shows. If you want to come down, dude, come on down. You can park at my house. We'll roll over together. Parking structure sucks there, so we'll just have one car there. And
I need to map out your house from.
It's on the way. It's on the way. So you come to my house. You'll be passing my house to get to the event.
Yeah, but I hate driving. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
like to drive like you do.
Oh, you want to
Like,
fly?
no, I don't. I hate flying too. I hate both of them,
So you don't want to leave you want to come to the event, but you don't want to leave your house?
pretty much.
There
But then
you go.
I also like I look at the brands at Intersect, and it's a cool crew. It's a cool crew of brands. But I said this. I said this before. Like I like to see some diversity. You know,
Yeah.
like Intersect is the same brands at every show, right?
Yep.
And that's great. That's great. They're a cool crew of people. Um, but for me, like maybe I'm just so jaded at the point where I want to meet new brands and I want to get hands on with new products. And of course they've got the new watches that are coming out
The
every year. But I
the
don't feel like
downside of that, or the problem with that, is most of your customers are usually new customers, and new
right.
customers go there to see those brands.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's
But
like,
no, that's a weird one because like Notice is LA, like that's home base for them,
yeah, yeah.
right?
I
So
actually
like
think the guy might even live in Long Beach.
he does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you
Yeah, he does. And yeah. So that's home base for him, right? So like, to sit here and I don't know if it's a new audience for them if they're
go.
trying to
Right.
capture a new customer, a new enthusiast. I mean,
Notice won't be in the show. Won't be at Intersect.
yeah, they will. I think they
Oh,
will.
okay.
I
I
mean,
didn't know.
they're like one of the founders of Intersect.
Oh, okay. They should
Like
be there either way.
it's like Notice, Jack Mason, Formex, like there's a couple other ones that like Mark II or something, like or Tornek Rayville, or like they're one little like crew of people that started Intersect.
There's a Jack Mason that I actually want to check out in person. Maybe I'll look at it if it's a.
Jack Mason's dope. Like I think I love Notice, right? I love the guys behind
Yep.
Notice.
Yep.
And I love Jack Mason, right? I love Jack Mason. But the Jack Mason to me is a different Jack Mason than it is today,
Oh yeah.
right? Like,
But is that just because of growth?
yeah, for sure.
You know.
But brands are doing this where like they creep up market.
Yep.
Like to me, when I looked at Jack Mason, like when I had like one of my first brands, like first early in collecting was Jack Mason, and I bought their GMT when it was on sale. They were blowing these things away, man. They were blowing them out. I paid like 120, 130, 150, I don't know, something like that, under
Wow.
$200
Yeah.
for a Swiss quartz GMT.
That's good.
And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I was like, this is value, baby.
Yep.
And the watch was I mean, it was a decent little watch, like, but now I mean these brands are starting to go into like $1,000 and it's like
Yeah. Yeah. I think the watch that I'm looking at from them is $1,500 ish.
yeah, and the argument is not if they're worth it. That's not the argument, right? Because they have a great product for the money, right? But I feel like as these brands climb up market, they forget the little guys, right? Like they turn their back on some of the customers. I mean, I could be wrong. That's just my perception. And I don't know if there's any counter argument to this, but the brands, the customers that could afford your $1,500 or your $200 watches aren't the same customers that are going to be spending $2,000 on one of your watches.
Yeah.
They're not the same customer. So do you leave them behind? That's the real question, and I don't know the answer to that, but I would think so.
Yeah, I will say my personal experience with Jack Mason specifically And actually, I've had the same experience with Chris Ward too, the crew over there. But Jack Mason specifically because the CEO himself, right? That's a.
Peter.
I've talked to that guy back and forth on Instagram on his personal stuff, not the page, and I don't even own a watch yet, and he's cool. He's a cool guy, man.
He's one of the cooler, or if not one of the coolest, indie designers
and that's what
micro-brand
makes me want to
founders.
support the brand and get into the
Yeah,
brand.
no, yeah. I mean, we had some Jack Masons in, me and my buddy Justin, and dude, they're great watches. They're great watches. The packaging's great. Like, yeah, I mean, I don't have anything bad to say. And Peter, I love Peter. Peter's such a nice dude.
Yeah, he's just a good, nice dude.
I was in Switzerland for Watches and Wonders, and I'm walking, minding my own business. Look over, Peter's like, "Hey, Blake," and I'm like,
"Oh, that's cool." That's
from
cool.
Jack Mason,
and
and he has lost his hell, man. And I'm like, "Oh, where are you trying to go?" He's like, "Oh, I'm trying to go to Watches and Wonders." I was like, "Oh, get on that bus right there." And any bus that says Watches and Wonders on it, like, that was his first time in Geneva.
That's cool.
And yeah, dude, he's got the best hair you ever seen. Like,
That's
I
funny.
mean, Rogan, like hair product commercial ready,
Nice.
So
that's not me, dude. That's not me.
Not me either. I'm losing. I'm catching up to you.
That's funny. All right, so we've gone past our 25-minute mark. So what I want to do is I want to close this out. We'll say this Intersect's coming up, Minutes and Hours coming up. Intersect, I will definitely be checking out Jack Mason, but I want to end every show the same way, and that's you giving us a this or that question.
Okay. I teased it in the beginning, but display casebacks, essential or pointless decoration?
You want my take first, or do you want first?
Go ahead. Bald guys first.
Dude, I am so like, you probably, because you know me, you probably will be like, I can see that. But I am so opposite on this one. I love a cool engraved caseback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like exhibition casebacks at all.
So pointless decoration is your
pointless decoration.
I feel the exact same.
Oh, do you? Okay, cool.
I feel the exact same. I feel like brands have started to kind of like, oh, here's what you're paying for, right? Let me show you what you're paying for.
That's not what I'm paying for, though.
I could care less, and there's so many watches that I own, and the benefit of not having the sapphire caseback, I think, is you get that extra water resistance, right?
Yep.
Usually.
Look, when you get a cool dive watch that's just like minimal and built like a tank, and then you flip it over and it's got this cool engraved caseback that has some aquatic something on it. It's the best. It's the
Scorpion.
best.
A watch with a scorpion on the caseback. I literally, it's the coolest thing.
So like, you sent me that brand whenever that has scorpions in their logo.
Yeah.
And like a scorpion caseback, that's cool. I'm a Scorpio. Yeah. That's kind of a cool little thing, I'm not really into the horology, the whatever, the signs.
Nope.
But still cool. Still cool.
I think it's pointless decoration, but I do like them. But I don't need them.
Pointless
decoration. I don't care. I don't care if I have one. It's nice to see it every once in a while, but I don't care if I have one.
I just don't think I'm the customer that buys the watch that has the movement in it that shows off like that. Guys, what you could do for us here, not only just like, subscribe, and share this video and join us on our channels, but do me a favor, leave a comment down below if you think the exhibition caseback is just a useless, dumb, added on feature that is, how did you call it, Blake?
pointless decoration.
Pointless decoration or something extra cool, and I'm way off base.